Hey, let's talk MEGA65 multi-core stuff. So we are experimenting with a Raspberry Pi Pico connected to the JTAG header, and it has its own SD card because when the FPGA is being reconfigured on the MEGA65, there's no core loaded to talk to the onboard SD card. So in other words, this little fella here has everything that's needed to launch bitstreams or cores on the MEGA65, and it's not limited by the flash size. So it's not limited to only 8 slots. And if you use the Wi-Fi version of the Pico Pi, which we're doing, then it will, by default, DHCP, you can configure it for static IP, and it will give you a web interface. So we'll reload that here. And so this is what I've got on the SD card, on this SD card for this. I'm going to make an expansion board that will fit to the MEGA65 with this. How many cores have I got on there at the moment? I've got, it's like 13 or something, which is actually a lot, so it's a pain in the bum to have to necessarily find them. So you can actually type. So I'm typing MEGA, and now it's narrowed it down to 1, and I can just hit enter on there. We get our nice progress bar of the core injection. This is not flashing, it's actually just loading the core. And there you go, less than 10 seconds, it's kicked the core in. And there's also a command line interface, and MEGA65 programs can talk to this interface directly as well. So we could actually have native software on the MEGA65 that lets you get this list of cores and run them as you wish. So, and we could easily go back to the MEGA65. I'll use the mouse this time because we've got MEGA65 core. And again, so this is not booting the core from the flash. This is booting a version of the core on the SD card. And you can have hundreds of cores on there. There's probably a limit to how many you can have in a directory due to things with a Pico Pi. But you get the general gist.